By now, you've probably heard that OutDaughtered stars Danielle and Ava Busby are selling their house, if they haven't already, and moving to a new neighborhood, but you might not know why, especially if you don't keep up with their podcast. Not only is the family of 8, Danielle, Ava, and their 6 daughters, leaving the home they've lived in for 19 years, but they've also shut down Danielle's store, Busby. There's been plenty of chatter speculating why they're making such big changes, from selling their home to closing the shop, but the Busbys recently revealed the real reasons to clear the air. Here's what they had to say. The Busbys have officially said goodbye to their longtime home and moved to a new neighborhood, and yes, it's still in Texas. The family spent their last night in their Lake City home on July 20, 2025. But why did the Busbys move? According to Ava and Danielle, there are 2 major reasons behind the move. First, they've built up solid equity in their current home. And second, they feel called to this new area by God. We feel a call that God is removing us from right here in this space, and He's calling us to this other area, Ava explained during the June 19, 2025, episode of their More Than Reality podcast. It's a smaller community, a more tight-knit community. It's a place God wants us to raise our children, live a more intentional life. The couple admitted the news left their girls feeling a little confused, especially since it means starting over in a new neighborhood, with new schools and new friends. But Danielle said they're confident in the decision. We have to do what we feel is best for the family, she said, even encouraging other parents to hold your ground to make decisions that you think are best for your family. As for the equity part, Ava explained, we've gained a lot of equity that allows us the opportunity to move into an area we want to move into. The sale will also help them wipe out remaining debt and buy a home in their new dream location. For now, the Busbys are renting a home in the area they felt called to until they find one that is suitable for their needs. While they were on the verge of buying a new house, and had even signed all the paperwork, the seller backed out at the last minute. Although the Busbys haven't disclosed exactly where they've moved to for privacy reasons, since they were able to transport stuff from one home to the next daily, it sounds like it's not too far from their now former Lake City, Texas, home. So, why did the Busbys close their store, Busby? The Busbys decided to close Busby due to ongoing building issues that were never fully resolved by their landlord, and it regularly disrupted Danielle's ability to host events that brought in major revenue. On their podcast, the couple explained they'd dealt with building-related problems for more than 3 years, and that those issues caused so many problems across the board. Ava shared that Danielle had to cancel several monthly events that were big revenue drivers for the store due to persistent sewer smells and other random problems that kept popping up. All these years we would have all these problems, leaks, he said, noting that only small band-aids were applied. Eventually, they couldn't take it anymore. The couple even got an attorney involved after receiving little to no response from their landlord. The attorney advised them to terminate the lease and move out. And while notices were posted on the door claiming they defaulted on payments, Ava made it clear that wasn't the case. So, to clear the air, the Busbys didn't get evicted from their st. Who knows how long we've been living in it, Ava said in season 5 as the family of 8 rushed to pack their bags. We need to do whatever we can to get it out of our house. A mold inspector revealed just how substantial the problem was. Pillows will need to be discarded. Mattresses need to be discarded. And then you need a full-blown mold remediation contractor to come in and HEPA vacuum everything, clean everything, he shared. It's a big process. Or, they chose to leave because the landlord didn't hold up their end of the agreement. Season 9 of TLC's hit reality series OutDaughtered premiered on July 11, and the Busbys are enjoying their home, sans mold. Given how much Ava and Danielle raved about the newer residence, we're not surprised to see that the couple decided to stay put and raise their quintuplets, 5, and oldest daughter Blayke, 9, in the more spacious digs than their previous home. When searching for a property to rent while their sick home was being renovated, Ava and Danielle fell in love with what has now become their permanent residence. The yard is the most beneficial. We like for the kids to play outside. We don't like our kids being on iPads and that kind of stuff, Danielle told cameras. We want them to play and interact, so there's a pool, there's a huge yard, it's definitely a plus in that aspect. But due to the fact that they were renting, the Busbys constantly worried about getting kicked to the curb if the place sold. We were able to convince these owners to go month to month, on the lease, but that just means whenever they find a buyer, we gotta move out within a month, Ava noted. Luckily, they took care of that dilemma by purchasing the home themselves. Back in 2018, dozens of homeowners in League City's Marbella subdivision, where the Busbys reportedly lived, complained of mold growing inside of the walls and air conditioning units. The company behind the home's construction, Taylor Morrison, built more than 1,000 of them in the area. In a statement, the builder acknowledged that at least 100 of its residences had experienced similar issues. We extend our sincerest apologies to the Marbella community as we work to fix the moisture issues impacting numerous homes, the company said. Taylor Morrison stands behind its homes and is actively working with industry experts to remedy the situation, conducting on-site inspections and research to diagnose the specific causes and potential solutions. Luckily, the Busby family is in a safer and more comfortable home now, whether or not they took part in the lawsuit against their former home's builder. One of the most dramatic occurrences in OutDaughtered happened when little Ava had to be rushed to the doctor for difficulty breathing. It soon came out that their house was infested in mold, and the family rushed to pack their bags and get out of there. "Who knows how long we've been living in it?" Adam said at the time. "We need to do whatever we can to get it out of our house." "I don't want to be in this house," Danielle said. By the time season 5 started, the Busbys had relocated into a larger home with a huge outdoor space. "We'll be here a while. We love this house we're in right now. We're in a new home," Adam said at the onset, officially dubbing their mold-infested house the sick home. Season 6's premiere shows the whole family making the most of their house. The Quints and Blayke celebrate their birthdays with a luau-themed party, and we watch them run around enjoying their pool and huge outdoor space. "If we're gonna have an outside party, we have to do it this year because I don't know how long we'll be in this house," Danielle says when they're party planning. Adam explains, "Our old house is still under construction and we're trying to do anything we can to make the best of our situation. Our lease is up on this new house in 6 weeks. We were able to convince these owners to go month to month, but that just means whenever they find a buyer, we gotta move out within a month. It's kinda scary," he added. According to Reddit sleuths, the Busbys might have found a way to circumvent that scary possibility of having to move out at a moment's notice, buying the house altogether. After consulting property records, one fan wrote that the Busbys bought the house in February of 2019. "It also shows them only owning one house, so I'm not sure who currently owns the mold house," they wrote. "But I know that they are involved in a class action lawsuit with their neighbors for the mold issue." Then 100 homes in League City's Marbella area have been affected, causing the community to nickname their neighborhood Mold Bella. Gross. The purchase also explains the expensive fix following the pool-shaming drama the Busbys found themselves in the middle of a few months ago. Many fans slammed Danielle and Adam for not having a fence around their newfound pool area, which Redditors noticed has now been fixed with a pool safety net Adam installed and marketed on Instagram with. Many fans slammed Danielle and Adam for not having a fence around their newfound pool area, which Redditors noticed has now been fixed with a pool safety net Adam installed and marketed on Instagram with a hashtag ad marker. It makes more sense they would go all in on the long-term fix for the house, rather than putting money into an improvement for a rental. The world was introduced to Adam and Danielle Busby when their reality TV series OutDaughtered started airing on TLC in 2016. Like many shows on the network, this one follows the everyday life of a unique family, and what makes the Busbys stand out is the fact that they're parents to the only surviving set of all-girl quintuplets in the U. Fans of the TLC series OutDaughtered know all too well that Adam and Danielle struggled for years with infertility. With the help of intrauterine insemination, IUI, along with fertility drugs, they welcomed their first daughter, Blayke, in 2011. Adam and Danielle set out to give their daughter a sibling and once again worked with their fertility treatment to help them become pregnant. Except, an ultrasound revealed that they were expecting not 1, not 2, but 5 babies. In April 2015, the births of Olivia, Ava, Hazel, Parker, and Riley officially made Danielle and Adam OutDaughtered. Now that the quints are 5, fans have wondered, does Danielle have plans to get pregnant again in the future? Let's take a closer look. 2018, OutDaughtered fans were all but convinced baby number 7 was on the way for Adam and Danielle. The couple had decided they didn't want any more children after the quints were born, so Adam got a vasectomy. Except, he neglected to go in for a follow-up appointment to make sure the procedure was successful. Viewers learned on the show that Danielle's period was late around the same time Adam dropped the bombshell that he hadn't followed up on his vasectomy. Thankfully, though, considering they didn't want/hadn't planned on more children, Danielle ended up getting her period and wasn't actually pregnant. Phew. In November 2019, Danielle shared via YouTube that she had polycystic ovary system, PCOS, and that she had decided to have a hysterectomy after other treatments had failed. I have cysts, I have polyps, and I have extreme pain 24/7 with my back and my stomach, she explained from a hospital bed ahead of the surgery. So today we've been working over the last year to trial and error different things, get on birth control, it doesn't work, it doesn't help, medication this, and, we've gotten to the end of the pain and I'm just to the tipping point of, we're here, we need to take care of it, I'm ready to get this over with. Danielle told Us Weekly that although more pregnancies aren't possible for her, she and Adam haven't ruled out adopting in the future. Shops closed, she told the publication. It would be nice to have a little boy and carry on the Busby name here, but there won't be any more children unless one day God put it on our hearts to adopt. When Danielle posted a throwback photo on March 16 of when she was 25 weeks pregnant with the quintuplets, some of her Instagram followers might not have noticed the caption. In it, the mom of 6 reflected on this time in her life and marveled over the fact that the quints were turning 5 soon. Between Adam's vasectomy and Danielle's hysterectomy, the chances of the Busbys ever having another biological child are slim to none. Even if they went the IVA route with a gestational carrier, Danielle wouldn't ever technically be pregnant. But who knows? One day down the line, as Danielle mentioned, they could very well pursue adoption.